G'day guys, welcome to the Overtaking Lane headquarters. We're going to head out to Kenda, show you some of the action and show you the fastest radial races in Australia, because that's what Kenda brings. We've got an amazing prepped track. Kenda always delivers with the best prep for drag racing that you'll see. 8th mile racing at its best, radial racing in Australia at its best. This is what you get from Kenda. So you might have already seen some of the live footage we brought while we were out there. But now we've got a bit of a recap of our time out there and a few people we had a chat with. So pop down below, hit the like button because you're going to like it. It's drag racing and you're just going to like it. Come on, hit the like button. Leave us a comment as well because that just helps the algorithms. You know, do that YouTube thingy. Hit subscribe, the notification bell so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos in the next few weeks. But watch this, check out Kenda, and I hope you enjoy. All right, guys, I finally caught up with Disco Dean out here.
How you going?
Mate, we, of course, met you a few years ago with this car, mate, and was pretty blown away with it then, and it's good to see you back out. You've had it off the road for a little while, isn't
Yeah, well, COVID and money and everything last year, so we tried to take 12 months off and then hit it again this year, but still COVID, so whatever.
Yeah, mate, and yeah, it is, yeah. Now, I've seen you even have this through Bunnings, mate.
Yeah, Bunnings, yeah, it's a work van.
It's a work van.
Yeah,
100% work van. Tell us a little bit about it. Obviously, escort panel van.
So, escort panel van, Barra, Ford Barra, FG turbo engine, head studs, valve springs, oil pump. It's got a Pro Boost 42 turbo on it, 2-speed power glide, and a 9-inch. It's on E85, and that's pretty much it. It's very, very simple.
And usually fairly reliable.
Yep, very reliable. Yeah, it's great. We are having problems today, but it's not like the first time ever. But
we've been talking about coming and having a chat to you about it for a long time, but now we come over when you have an issue.
Yeah, exactly. You finally come over, and yeah, we've got a problem. So I'm blaming it on you at this stage.
So what do you think? We can't quite work it out though at the moment. What's going on?
The problem is today? No, I think it's just a tuning problem, but we'll sort something out.
Yeah.
It'll happen.
Okay, because your first pass looked a little...
It spun off the line, but it was making too much boost.
Yep.
And then we're trying to figure out why it was making too much boost.
Yeah, okay.
So that's where it started, and now it's snowballed into something that's going on. I don't know. But Lee at Real Dyno, he's the one with the laptop, so I try and stay out of it.
Just let him do his thing?
It's just way over my head. I don't understand any of it.
Mate, now how long have you had it?
So I've had it about 3 or 4 years now, yeah. So it had a barra in it when I bought it. As far as I know, it got built about 10 years ago and never raced. I bought it off a guy in Mount Isa, and then we sort of went through everything and put the FG motor in it and the turbo and everything like that. So
Now all the airbrushing as well?
yeah, so that's my wife and my boy on the inside of the door there.
So you take them racing with you every time?
Yeah, that's the idea. Yep. And I got another car with the same in the other car, a little hot rod.
White one?
Yeah, the white one, yeah. So that's got my wife's portrait on the door as well.
I haven't noticed the...
Yeah.
I'll have to have a look at that.
Yeah, I'll send you a photo. I'll send you a photo, but yeah.
I've been checking that one out from the outside, but I didn't...
Yeah, and that's where it started. I had the hot rod first, and then I done that on the door. And then when I got the van, I thought, well, we need to do this again. So I got a portrait done of my wife and my boy, and put them on the door. So
no, that's very cool.
Yeah, that's where it's come about.
Now, what's sort of the best times you had?
So we PB'd at Jamboree was 870 something at 155, I think 157.
Yep.
And then we're here at Kenda today, which is the Radial Renegade class, which is a 550 cut-off class.
Yep.
So we try and get in the 550s, but we struggle sometimes. But
yeah,
560s, 550s, yeah.
Yeah, very capable.
That's the aim. Yeah.
Now, where did your passion for cars start, mate?
My dad, I guess. Yeah, that's an interesting question. Yeah, he's riding the cars. He's got a hot rod
Grew
himself.
up with it?
So absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
He's just always had his head in a magazine, and yeah.
So you'll pass it on down now as well.
Hopefully, yeah. It's a good thing, man. Young guys getting into cars, it keeps them out of trouble. So
no, it is. It gets you something to spend your money on
yeah,
that won't get you in trouble.
I really push it onto young guys.
Yourself and come out to track, right?
Exactly. Well, that's in Australia. We have to go on the track, but it's a good sport to be in.
Yeah,
it definitely keeps people on the right line and out of trouble. So.
All right. Well, what was your first car, mate?
Escort van, mate.
Was it really?
My first car was an escort van.
So this was the one you were like, oh, wish I could always get that again.
So I had an FG Falcon for a while. That's what got me into barras.
Yeah.
And then I was kind of like, well, what if we put this engine in something light, like an Escort?
Best of both.
It'd be good if it was an Escort van or a Capri. Capri was the other option.
Yeah.
And I had a photo of this on my phone, and I actually posted it on Facebook. I said, has anyone seen this car? Because I saved it from years and years and years ago.
Yeah.
And then a guy messaged me out of the blue and said, yeah, my boss owns it. So I spoke to him and bought it, and
mate, well done.
Yeah,
that's brilliant.
Yeah, so it's a pretty cool story.
That is.
But yeah, so my first car was an Escort van, and Lee from Real Dyno, he had an Escort van when he was young, so we've sort of been right into it.
We know no one's going to get this out of you then, eh?
No, probably not. Probably not. And it's different too. I like the fact that it's different.
Yeah.
Not many people race vans, especially Escort vans.
And mate, you're not afraid to get the wheels up in it.
No, I love it. Yeah, got to put on show for the crowd. That's the biggest thing.
Mate, well, we love that. We love that.
Yeah.
This makes you stand out, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's good fun.
Appreciate it, mate. Thanks for coming and having a chat
No worries,
with us.
mate, anytime.
And get rid of those gremlins. We'll see you out there for another pass.
Next time, if it's not today, we'll be back.
Perfect. Thanks,
Cheers,
Dean.
mate. Thank you.
G'day, Webby. Good to see you out here, mate. And you've been making pass after pass. It's looking pretty reliable out there.
Yeah, so far we're pretty happy. We've changed the diff gears in it, and we struggled a bit in Sydney just to get the tune back to where we wanted it to be.
Yep.
But yeah, we did 4 solid passes Thursday, 3 yesterday that were a little sketchy, just in the big end chase and that, but today's been good.
Now, what's the best time of the weekend so far for you?
Well, so far 4:40 at 172,
Yeah.
but the car's gone 4:37 before 4:38, so it's in the margin, but we're sort of chasing that 20 at the moment.
Yeah, mate, that's...
As everyone is.
yeah, mate, to get that two-way, but there's a lot of work goes into it, isn't there?
There's a huge amount, and honestly, I couldn't do it without, Con's been with me since 2014, does all my tuning and that side of things. It gives me a bit of coaching, and all the boys that help me out, Dave, Grant and Mel, you couldn't do it without them.
Yeah, mate, and it's a family affair for you as well.
Yeah, very much. My young fella's around here somewhere terrorising the place. I call him a crew chief because he's the one that pushes us and busts some balls all the time to get things done. And my wonderful wife, she puts up with so much of this stuff. Like between the junior racing and this, we've been, pretty well at the track solid for a good couple of months.
Yeah, mate, I always see something, and I notice the young fella loves his tinkering as well. I've been watching these getting into a bit of everything.
Yeah, look, he's a bit of a figures man, and he's always watched Con and even Frank back in the day,
Yep.
And just been interested in tuning. And I said, if you're going to tune, you need to understand the mechanical side of the engine. I don't profess in any way to be a mechanic or a tuner. I just drive.
Yep.
And so we've been pushing him a little bit to do a few little jobs here and there for work experience, and he took on some mechanical work. And loved it. So, hopefully if he follows that through, Con's going to teach him a bit more, and some of the other boys feed him some, some info on how to read data and that. So we'll see where it leads.
Mate, that's pretty cool. Now, you've obviously, had a lot of cars over the years yourself.
Yeah,
now,
a few.
Just a couple.
Too many.
Mate, where did it start for you? Where did the passion come from?
Honestly, my uncle, when I was a little fella, my uncle used to race a little Hillman Hunter at, down the Gold Coast, Surface Paradise, and I was always into it. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And tinkering with cars, then when I sort of got to 17, 18, all the boys would rush off chasing girls, and I just bought and sold cars and played with them, and always wanted to race. But I didn't want to do it and make a fool of myself either. I wanted to wait until I could afford to do it properly and until my business was successful. So it's really been since about 2013, 2014, we've had a red hot go at it.
Yeah. So, and I guess a lot of people here like that, they've had all these dreams over the years, and then, you get a business and you work at it and you start to be able to put a bit of money into something.
Absolutely. I mean, because it sucks a lot of cash, no matter what, it sucks a lot of money. The guys that can build their own engines and build their own cars still have to contribute a huge amount of money to it, So I've been fortunate with my business, and we've got to the point we can do it, and having good people around you, Like I've had a lot of help from Sam Fennick at West End Engines. He builds my motors. Con from Wollongong Automotive obviously does the tuning. Matt Marsh at Pro Street Industries did the cars set up originally, back from Leroy. A lot of really good guys, So spend your money the wise way and do it right the first time, and you get some good results.
Right, that's brilliant. Now, what about your first car? What was it?
I don't know if I want to say.
That's why I had to ask.
My first car was a HQ Monaro. I had a 253 4-speed.
Come on, that's all right.
Four-door, the four-door. And my mum wouldn't let me have it. I was 16. She didn't like it, so I had to sell that, and I bought a Gemini. So I went from high to low, but first car was HQ Monaro.
Yeah, mate, I'm happy to have either of those still today.
Oh, mate, if I had that car now, I'd probably have another race car.
Yeah, that's it. Mate, well done. Thank you for having a chat to us.
Anytime.
And, mate, keep enjoying it out there, and we'll wait and see if you get that 2.0 later today.
Fingers crossed, eh?
Maybe when these temperatures drop down a bit, eh?
Well, I keep telling the boys I want to get one of those nice big checks, and I don't want it to be a consolation prize, as Matt McCarthy keeps telling me. So we'll see how we go, eh?
Good on you. Thanks,
Cheers.
mate.
Thanks, buddy. Thank you. Cheers.
Nathan, I had to come and grab you now because I reckon, mate, your heart's probably still going like this.
Yeah, true that, though. True that, mate. It's happening.
Reach for the sky, mate. You get one of those, bumper squad stickers on there now, or what?
Oh, yeah, might be close, eh? Hopefully I crack into that. It'd be nice.
Mate, and did it still get a good time?
Yes, it did, mate. It went a PB on a 6:35. So that's the fastest the car's gone on the 8th. So, yeah, now we just got to slow it down a bit. Not that we want to, but to stay in the rumble class.
Yeah. Mate, and I can see the smile on your face as you've come up. Just said you obviously just love that run.
Yes, mate. It was exhilarating, and looking at the sky up to my late father, which has been heavily involved to where we are.
Mate, that's good. Now let's get a bit of the story of the car.
Yeah.
So, mate, we've seen it around a bit, and I spotted you in the lanes today, and Brad and I were talking before, and I said we've got to go and have a chat to him this time. We've got to get him on. And mate, tell us a little bit about the car and the build.
Actually owned the car for like 23 years.
Yep.
And then about 4 years ago, it was time to do something streetable instead of a small block.
Yep.
Dad was a heavy Ford man, and Chrysler, hand in hand, so we mated them together, and Johnny Munro has done all the fab work, and Lee and the boys from Real Dyno have pieced everything together for me and Dad to where it is today, and Jared from Matheson Street Paint and Panel resprayed it all for us, and the car speaks for itself, and it keeps going around. It's gone places where we didn't think it'd go, street machine and everything.
I've spotted it in street machine, yeah. So it was a beautiful spread in there, definitely. But it's such a nice car, and the colour and the combination, everything you've got going on here, mate. It looks really good.
Yeah. Thanks heaps, mate. I appreciate all the coverage and the support. It's certainly a lifelong dream to continue what we're doing and take it on for Dad as well.
And that passion for cars, that came through you through Dad as well?
Absolutely.
Grew up with it?
Yeah, used to go to surface, and then, the first time here, Willowbank opened in 85, the storm come through, and I was standing on the 44-gallon drum, so it's in the blood, unfortunately. It's a good thing to have, and my daughters are certainly, they're heavily involved with me and everything as well. So, without them and that, it doesn't happen either at home behind the scenes.
And I think that's the important thing that, if people don't realise it, I try and highlight this all the time, it is really a family thing. Cars, it involves family. It does for us and the channel with Tyler and my wife, Sally, and, it's a family thing. And then we talk to everyone, and there's some family link to cars that keep family together. It's not about hooning and all everything else we see, right?
No, mate, there's no hooning involved. It's just a passion, like going to work every day, and people have got to understand that. And it's two different sectors,
Exactly.
We're the pride and joy sector, and the passionate ones in the sport, and it's a healthy sport to have.
And they need to get out and have a go reaching for the sky and putting wheels up in a place like this, right?
Every bit of it, mate. It's the best place and a top event that the boys from Kenda and everything, put on, and it's come a long way, So, and the street drags out at Lakeside at home and everything, I've been involved out there over the years with other cars and that. And that, so it's great to be a part of.
You have been running this a fair bit on the 1/8 mile street drag. How do you go with the traction out there? You go from such a great prep track at a Kenda event, like, possibly one of the best prep tracks you're going to get, right, in Australia. Yeah. And then you go out to somewhere like a Lakeside 1/8, which I've been there and had a go. It's pretty bloody slippery.
It does get a bit marbly under the boots, mate.
And I haven't got this sort of power, so.
Yeah, no, it's certainly a bit marbly. You've got to stay off the heavy foot, mate. The other week I got a bit excited and laid it down a bit, but got off and got back on it and still got the win. So, but it's not about the win. It's just about the passion and the enjoyment and the community. That's what it is at the end of the day. But it's certainly a task and a half out there.
Yeah, well, I can see you guys are all here together, hanging with the mates and the family, and mate, You've got a good setup here too, hey?
Yeah,
Make a weekend of it.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, been looking forward to it. You know, through the last year we did a couple of testing events and everything like that. So, but yeah, this is the proper go today. So, see how we go.
I reckon you won't miss too many Kendas going forward, eh?
Definitely not, mate. 110% on it.
Good stuff. Thanks for having a chat.
All right, thanks heaps, guys. Thank you.
Well, guys, that was Kenda, but not all of it. There's more to come. Yes, still more Kenda. We just love Kenda. There's more interviews, more drag racing, more coming next week's video. So go down, hit subscribe, hit the little bell so you get notified when the next video's up. Don't miss out. You can also even join, become a member of the Overtaking Lane channel and help us continue to grow the channel and get some of this Australian radial racing out there to the world. So we love your support. And just hitting like, leaving us a comment, or even just watching and sharing with your friends, it all helps. So we really appreciate everything you guys do. But there's some new merch available. Don't miss the merch drop. We've got new hats, heaps of other bits and pieces on there, window banners, lots of stuff at the moment. New stubby holders. Check it all out on the website, overtakinglane.com.au. And we'll see you for more Kenda action next week. Don't miss out. See you there. Stay in the right lane.